I've learned every thread from the gallows, robbed the rich to feed the pure. When I'm swinging from a tree, will you tell my daughter I'm a holy vigilante in the devil's door? Hold up, out of the city, bounty on my head. I don't care if you call me brother, nothing you say gonna bring me back. Hold up, out of the city, bounty on my head. I don't care if you call me brother, nothing you say gonna bring me back.
Labrador City. We came this morning. During the night it was like minus 40 degrees, a lot of snow, like 1.5 meters snow. We've been organizing the things this morning. Looks like we need some SIM cards for prepaid SIM cards, some extra gears, and then we're trying to look for the garage, the warm garage, to fix the snowmobiles, which are not here yet because there were some challenges in the customs. So the snowmobiles, we hope that they will come here by the evening, latest tomorrow morning. So then we have some time to get everything ready, because tomorrow we're going to have the inspections of the sleds and off we go.
Well, the traveling part for us, it was a bit challenge because I was a bit ill. I had a flu a week before and it was actually getting worse when we got there. So I didn't know, is it going to go over or is it going to have flu still when we go for the race? But of course, the excitement, the adrenaline, all the other racers and everything, that probably cured me because you didn't think about that anymore. And you just focus on the race and to be ready, and that was interesting.
It's about time.
While planning the race and the sled for the race, of course the target is to have a good partner. The sled is your partner, it will take you home. So it needs to be reliable, as strong as possible. So on those conditions, why we knew already before that the majority of the race will be hard snow or ice, about 3,000 kilometers, the extra 1,000 kilometers then deep snow, then you focus on the hard snow. Meaning that your slides need to be working, they don't melt. Your track is actually pretty low. In this sense, we were using 44mm track, and in order also to save some fuel, because the distance for our sled, we were surprised. It was more than 200 kilometers with one tank that we were managing to go, which meant also that we did have too much fuel with us all the time, which means extra weight, but that's what we learned. If I look the first day or first 28 hours that it took from us to reach Happy Valley Goose Bay, it was actually the most challenging part for us in that sense that it took the most of the time. First of all, the night riding, that was perfect. We were in a good position, we were fast, and then started the deep snow part. And there we lost 7 hours, extra hours, because we didn't actually know or understood enough well where we can go or where we cannot go, and shall we follow the others or what are the choices over there. So at some stage it was like, you know, if you're beside the road and you consider can we cross the road or not, and you're like 5:30 in the morning over there on that road, and then you notice that you're back on the same spot like 12:30 during the afternoon, and you're still there considering that can I go or not, then you start to think that, ooh, you know, it's a lot of hours that you've been spending there. So those were the moments that it's like, ooh, it's never going to end. But while you reach the first leg, or you've reached, in this case, Happy Valley Goose Bay, it's like, whoa, we made it, we made this, we can do whatever.
Olipa päivä. Pohjoista kohti. Nyt ollaan ihan omillamme. Kaikki mukana. Öljyt, polttoaineet. Jos jostakin löydetään polttoainetta, niin ostetaan ja lähdetään työtelemään. Bon voyage!
There was one moment, that was actually the only challenge with technical challenge that we had. I was on the riding really quickly or really fast on the hard snow and then pumpies, and then suddenly when I came down from the jump, the left spindle for the snowmobile from the front part took the hit, and it pushed the ski backwards like 5 centimeters. So actually we didn't have any other choice. We just had to continue up to Cain because there was no service anymore. There was no maintenance car or no spare parts or anything. We just had to continue. So actually for 2 days I had 60% of the steering away. I couldn't turn hardly at all to the right and to the left very badly. Starting from the beginning, already when we got there, we actually got a lot of feedback or a lot of comments and support from the locals. They really wanted us over there. They really wanted to help us. And the interesting part was that all the other races, they wanted us to success. We didn't expect that, what we got. For example, we went to get some burgers, and the girls in the burger place, they were like, "You're Team 66, Wild Nordic Finland." You were like, "Oh, how do you know us?" I was like, "Yeah, you're the only European team, the first team ever coming to Cain Square." It's like, "Yeah, we're supporting you guys." It's like, wow, you know, we didn't expect that to happen. It was just growing and growing, and people were shouting and, you know, cheering a lot, and like, what they wanted to have like photos together with us and signatures, and they were asking a lot of questions. So of course, we wanted to spend the time also with them. Why? Of course, the clock was running, but who cares? You know, it was the community. It was like, we were so welcomed. So we spent the time over there. We were offered a lot of food everywhere. So of course we were eating that, and everything we needed, they were doing all their best, always. During the race, of course, there were actually the crowd of the people there, it was growing so much that at some stages it was also a challenge. But we were happy with it. It's like really, really surprising. And it tells a lot about the mentality of the Labradorian people, you know, the hospitality that these guys have over there. So we were amazed. Then in one jump, long jump, and coming down from there, I actually noticed after hitting the ground that the left ski twisted upside down. The spindle got broken. For somehow I actually managed to keep the ski, the snowmobile on one ski while coming back to the snow, because otherwise you will roll over and break the machine. And I managed to stop the engine, and I turned the snowmobile on the sideways and saw that the whole ski was twisted. All the iron parts from the bottom were broken and the spindle was cracked. So I was like, oh, was it this? You know, did I just ruin the whole race with that one jump? I took the iron parts away and very carefully twisted the ski back, turned the snowmobile back. I was like, okay, you know, it can take some of the weight. I can still continue very carefully on low speed. I managed to get the sled to the cart ride and then get the spare parts and change the spindle, and off we go again. Reaching the finish line, it's a good feeling. You kind of like, you know that we made it. You know that your sled is still working and you managed to get through the finish line. There was a helicopter waiting there on the lake, and of course you've been spending like, you know, almost 7 days on the trails, and you see that this is it. We managed to do it. And the crowd over there shouting and screaming, and then the whole community, our whole team, everybody working together, team supporting each other. It's a great event. It's a fantastic event, and I really hope that in the future there will be more and more teams all over the world to experience that Labradorian hospitality, what we did, what we got, and the race itself. Fantastic race. So, for the future, now we know also how to win it. So, let's see.